Imagine a car so iconic it would become a legend on streets around the world, whether tearing down a track or lighting up a Hollywood screen. Introduced in 1993, the MK4 Supra wasn't just any performance car. It was a carefully engineered masterpiece that brought Japanese engineering to a global stage. With its sleek aerodynamic design and the now legendary 2JZ engine under the hood, the Supra was built to challenge European supercars, but ended up creating a culture all its own. Under the hood, you'd find the 3.0-liter inline 6.2 JZ GTE engine, which is, let's be real, the stuff of legend. Toyota equipped this model with twin turbos, delivering around 276 horsepower on paper. But let's be honest, most enthusiasts agree that this engine was secretly pumping out more than that. And here's where the Supra really shines. The 2JZ GTE was built so solidly that it became a tuner's dream. With minimal internal changes, this engine could be cranked up to handle 600, 700, even 1,000 horsepower, safely. Toyota over-engineered this engine in ways that set it apart. It wasn't just a fast car, it was a platform for extreme power. Driving a MK4 Supra was and still is a pure experience. This car came with a 6-speed manual transmission and rear-wheel drive, which for drivers translated into control, precision, and connection with the road. Thanks to its balanced chassis and low center of gravity, it could take on tight corners with ease, while still staying planted in high-speed straights. Toyota didn't just want a car that could go fast. They wanted a car that handled beautifully. This was a precision machine, giving drivers the thrill of pushing the car and themselves to the edge. The Supra's impact on the automotive world is undeniable. Sure, it had the power and handling of a sports car, but it was also uniquely accessible. With a few bolt-on modifications, a Supra could hold its own against cars in much higher price ranges. And this is why the Supra became so popular in tuning culture. It wasn't about exclusivity, it was about potential. The MK4 Supra essentially invited drivers to personalize, customize, and see how far they could push it. It became the poster child of Japanese performance, not just for what it could do stock, but for what it could become. Then, of course, there's the Supra's fame in pop culture. If you've ever seen The Fast and the Furious, you know the orange MK4 driven by Paul Walker. This movie, and that car, took the Supra from a cult classic to a global phenomenon. Suddenly, everyone wanted to know what a Supra was and why it was such a big deal. This appearance made the Supra a cultural icon and boosted its popularity even further. It wasn't just a car for car enthusiasts anymore. It was a symbol of speed, style, and rebellion. Over the years, as demand for sports cars declined and emissions regulations tightened, Toyota made the difficult decision to discontinue the MK4 Supra in the early 2000s. For a while, it seemed like the Supra was gone for good, and that only made people love it more. This scarcity, combined with its unbeatable reputation, turned the MK4 into a collector's dream. Prices for clean, low-mileage Supras shot up and have only continued to rise. Today, finding a well-kept MK4 Supra can set you back as much as a new luxury car. It's a car whose value has skyrocketed, not because of exclusivity, but because of the respect and admiration it commands. For me, the MK4 Supra isn't just a fast car, it's a time capsule of 90s automotive excellence. It's a car built with passion and dedication to performance, with just the right amount of flair. Driving a Supra feels like a return to an era when cars weren't just about high-tech features and computer-driven controls, they were about the thrill of the drive. It's a feeling you can't quite replicate with modern cars, even the high-tech sports cars of today. The Supra's legacy lives on today, as Toyota reintroduced the model with the 5th-generation GR Supra. And while this new model has stirred up its own share of controversy, especially since it shares a platform with BMW, it's clear that Toyota wanted to bring the spirit of the MK4 back to a new generation. For the fans who keep the MK4 alive through restorations, custom builds, and massive horsepower upgrades, this car isn't just metal and gears. It's a symbol of what happens when an automaker decides to push boundaries and create something timeless. In the end, the MK4 Supra was more than just a car. It was, and is, a machine that inspired a culture, a symbol of high performance and passion for driving that transcends time. It's the kind of car that, decades from now, will still have people stopping to stare, asking questions, and remembering a time when the Supra showed the world what Japanese engineering could really do. And if you ask me, that's why it will forever hold a special place in the hearts of car enthusiasts everywhere.